quorum check. Everyone's here except Gary Swindell. He's having a little bit of, I guess, back problems or something. So we'll move on down to the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Okay, we want to acknowledge any new residents. Do you have any new ones? We've got some new ones, we just haven't met them yet, so. Okay, Carolyn, treasurer's report. Okay, we'll do that.
Sorry, it's pulling up. Our, I don't know if y'all can see that. Our beginning balance as of March the 1st is $24,629.69. Our income for the month, Randall County property tax collections, $588.58. Our monthly road contribution from the Haywoods is $20. Amber Bell rented the community center for $100. 50 of that was a deposit. Amelia Salazar got a pump permit for $25. Dana Rue got an ATV permit for $15. Stormy Lean got a building permit and an overweight permit for $90. Dean Powell storage building and 2 ATV permits for $130. Ivan Estrella got a fence permit for $25. And then I set up a Venmo account online so that we could do Venmo for community center or permits or anything, and they charged us 19 cents to set it up, and then they credited it back. So our total income for the month was $993.77. Our expenses for the month, the safety light at the gate, $15.44. Our electric bill for the community center was $48.90. Our gas bill from Atmos, $124.15. The setup charge they credited back on our Venmo account, 19 cents. Jesse's Plumbing for the community center, he charged us $500, and I didn't realize it's my fault. Jerry paid him with a debit card, and I got the bill from Jesse, so I paid it. So we double paid him, and he brought me a check yesterday, so that'll show up on next month's financial report. Sam's, the food for the fire extinguisher training we had a couple of weeks ago for hot dogs, $21.46. I sent 2 ordinance violation letters, one to Alice Morales, that cost $5.28. The ordinance violation was for garbage that was laying around their house, and so we sent them an ordinance violation and told them they had to have it in some kind of container, either a trash can or something. It couldn't just be laying down on the ground because we found it in the road, the animals get into it and tear it up. So as soon as they got the letter, they rectified that. And the other ordinance violation was to Edie Ivins on a casino, and that was for, they had an old refrigerator and a mattress that had been out in front of their house for, I think, a couple of months. So they got an ordinance violation letter that cost $7.33 to that, and they corrected that as soon as they got the letter. So our expenses for the month was $1,222.75. So our net income for the month of March was $228.98, and that left and 71 cents. Our money market account, we earned 37 cents interest, so our ending balance was $22,059.49. Our money market account for the COVID grant that we got, we earned 19 cents interest for the month, so our ending balance was $11,414.71. That's it.
We need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as read.
I'll second it.
Okay, second it. Do you have any opposed? All right, I skipped past the minutes. So we need to, is everyone read them? Everybody got a copy of them, read them? You had Sherry, did you have?
The only one I would change is under the new business, under B, Rockin' Boy, Gary Swindell is GAR. But it was correct, I think. All of the other.
Any other?
Yes, under public comments, I think that we should put what Dave LaRue said to Silas during the meeting also. That's not stated in there.
Okay, I
Say
said
that
it.
again.
Said it again.
So when Dave LaRue told Silas, when he addressed Silas about cleaning the Palisades Boulevard,
It should be in there, is that what you're saying?
yes.
I did not include it because there was no action taken on it. And there was only, Dave was the only person that even commented on it, so there was no action. So it would have been one of those, he said, kind of things that you'll
Right.
in there, so.
Right, and according to the city attorney, she said that, in doing the minutes, we do not, all we put on there is, what was said, not what was said, but what was done. And so,
Even in public comments?
Yep.
So in public comments, as President Randy Hooker, or the German Shepherds, the Huskies have been attacking wildlife, are still coming. No action was taken on that either.
yeah.
But I think that was an important thing to put
Yeah, I'm
in
just
there.
saying, that's what she referred to me as, all that doesn't need to be in there, because nothing was done on it. I mean, that's all that we're supposed to do, is what was done, not what was said. And she's said that to me more than once, because I send these to her and she checks them out. So, that's kind of that. I mean, we'll just go by what she's, what she says to me.
Does the rest of the board have a comment, or?
I kind of agree with Amelia a little. That we didn't take action on the other two items there, and then we shouldn't have a problem with any of the comments that are made. True, we did not take action on the other two items either.
I guess that can be something that we can discuss, how much we want to put in there. But I kind of go by her direction and what she tells me. So if we want to amend those a little bit, or Vicky, if we want to kind of, touch on it a little bit, and get into.
Was last week or last month's meeting, was it recorded also?
Yes, it was.
Was it on? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a reference point to go back and.
Yeah, I've got it too.
Yep.
Probably wouldn't hurt just to have something in there, we don't have to write a paragraph about it, but just a brief sentence since we had these other two comments on there. I do agree with Vicky though,
Okay.
that maybe in the future, moving forward, maybe.
Well, those comments though were made under public comments.
They were,
I mean,
yes, and that's-
your comment was, I don't know what it was referring to. I don't know what section we were in at the point that those comments were made, what section? were we in?
Public comments.
Public comments.
Public comments?
Yes, I waited
Okay.
till then to bring it up, yes. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, if we want to, we can touch on it. I don't want a book written. Everything is all said back and forth, but we don't need that. We can get together and.
Well, I'll put them in there, and then when you get it, strike it or do whatever you, I mean, you know,
Okay.
but you need to let me know.
Okay.
So do we wanna table these for right now?
Yeah, we can table them and discuss it next time, and I'll have a talk with her.
I'll make a motion to table the minutes.
Okay. Any opposed? Chief Massey?
Yep. I worked for the end of March. Our checking account was $927.83. That's because we received that grant for our law engineer for the Forest Service. And we have paid, $10,802, we're waiting on our part. Or we pay all of that, but we get 90% of it back. We just wait on that check to come in. Our savings was $5,718.77. We had 4 calls in March. 2 of them were medical calls, one at Starlight Canyon. We had 1 grass fire. We went to on Blessing Road. Another grass fire on Farm Market at 1280-58. Farm Market 1151. Anyway, we're still getting members signed up for I Am Responding. We're still working on a goal for a concrete pad and possibly a new addition someday. And we are in critical fire right now, so be sure that you keep your homes ready and areas mowed and weeds and trees and brush trimmed. And you do fill out your fire life forms. Other than that, we're still trading with all the other ones.
Okay. Permit clerk report, Kelly Wesley is not here.
I went over the permits that we do for the month, and it's just a total of $285.
Okay. Move down to the floodplain report.
No report this month, 1 phone call, but it generated no paperwork, so no report.
Moving down to the ordinance report.
I touched on it earlier, the 2 ordinance violation letters that I sent out.
Okay. Down to the spring cleanup in the old business, we had to move that, to May the 7th. And, the Forest Service, will be down here the week after with their chipper. And, we were discussing where we were gonna have it this year. And, so instead of having it at the park, I talked to John Wick, and I think he's at 305, 304. And he is good enough to let us put the chipper on his property. And so, that's where it'll be located. It's a real easy in, easy out for anybody that has trailers. Just, if you know people that's gonna be doing that, just be real mindful that they will not chip trees, tree trunks, any of that. So it's just small limbs, brush, stuff like that. And,
304 what, Kenny Creek or? Okay.
you know where that little trailer house?
Yeah.
Okay, he owns those 6 lots right back from that.
We have a spot to put the big stuff so that some people can use it as firewood.
Well, it's up to him. And when you know him, have you met him? He's building a new house up on the top, so he was real open to this. I just don't think he wants a whole bunch of stuff left down there, dropped off and use it as garbage. So I guess we need to go ahead and talk about the roll-offs. Did you, I don't know who you ended up talking to, the 806 service.
That could,
The 806 service and Jim's, JEMS, service were about the same price for the roll-offs. Jim's had no overweight charge. He said there was no way unless we put concrete and stuff in them that we would be overweight anyway, but that they were all, those two were the two cheapest, Jim's and 806 roll-offs were.
And they're considerably cheaper
Yeah.
than it was last year. And, Dennis, I don't know if you're wanting to get in on the dumpsters, on the roll-offs at all, 'cause I know there was.
We have some money left.
Okay.
Right now, it's going fast. It seems
Is
like.
it? 'Cause I know last year's a little bit messed up, so
Yeah.
we wanna make sure everybody's on board.
Do we know how much a dumpster is, or
Uh,
do we know how much the dumpsters are?
Yeah, they are, let's see, we get, the guy that I talked to is 4 of them for $1,100, you leave them out here for 5 days.
Okay.
So, but they're not, they're 14 yards.
14 yards, they're the low-sided ones.
Yeah, they're not quite as
They're not
big as
the big
those
ones
ones.
that you have to enter from the back, you know, we open the doors on those real big ones.
Yes.
They're not those, they're the smaller ones, so there's four of them.
I would like, if we can, you know, get some volunteers for this. I think it's gonna be a big one, hopefully. So, you know, if you're wanting to volunteer, just let us know. We can put a sign-up sheet up. We considered, I mean, I have, Kelly, about the food. I end up having to go every time and get donations, and I don't know if these people are getting a little weary with me. Every time I walk in there, I've got a letter trying to get free food from them. She mentioned maybe even a potluck thing, if someone would like, you know, if we consider doing that, but I don't know how y'all feel about it. The Forest Service will not be down here that day, so I don't know how many.
It's just us.
Yeah, it's just us, and it's usually the same ones over and over and over. So,
Bo, what is Randall County's stance on possibly you going and doing the begging this year with your deputies?
Who are you begging?
Walmart and United, and then Gary's already greased the wheels, and he knows who to see, and all. It's not a huge time thing, it's just probably one big sweep through those few places with that.
I've already contacted Tyson, and they turned me down today, which really surprised me. But, you know, it's just a matter of a couple $50 gift certificates, and that pretty much covers it.
What's their stance on that, Bob?
Let me talk to him.
Please do.
It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
There's really not much to it. Sam's, one Sam's is pretty good, the other Sam's is not.
Yeah.
Why that is,
What kind of money do we have to carry?
you shouldn't have had to use any of it. Probably didn't have to use any of it.
I think we've got enough to cover. But I'll check.
So, we'll get the sign up, and let everybody know. Hopefully the weather will turn out real nice.
And someone made a suggestion, I can't remember who told me, but last year Paul stood guard on the dumpsters. And I want, like, in memory of Paul, if we all do 4 hours, time frames.
You know, the daytime is not the big deal, it's the nighttime,
Well,
you know?
I'm sure in memory of Paul, we can figure,
If we can
find
make
something that.
I think it's good that somebody watches that. Because some of these people will use it as their personal dumping grounds.
Yes.
Bring your, there was, one of them had a bunch of fish heads and flies and.
It wasn't me.
Now here comes the deer head.
I didn't say anything.
That sounds
Mention.
So, yeah, I'd like to head that off and try to get,
Okay, that'd be great. If you do that, I think that'd be very nice.
I won't be here. They said that.
Oh, you won't, you can be fishing? So we've got can get some people. I've got, there's one lady down here on, I don't know what her address is. She's next door to, Webb's, right as you come around the corner.
Carla Hill,
Darla Hill.
Carla.
Carla. And she had I stopped over there, she put an old stove out there. So I stopped by and asked them, you know, if they need some help moving it. And she said, well, her son was going to, but I said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll get some people together during the cleaning up, and we'll come by here if it's okay to get on your property, and we'll pick it up and bring it over here, since we'll have that area roped off for, appliances, and then of course there's one for the metal.
Have you talked with that guy?
I have the metal guy,
And the appliance guy? to let
No.
him know what it
they're
is?
pretty Johnny on the spot, you just call them, they're here,
Yeah.
so, yeah, when you call them. Okay, now we move on down to the public comments, then we need to check the. We do limit this, to 2 minutes. And you do, address the board as a whole. And, so first we'll let Steve Reeves, if you'd stand. I don't know.
I got it straight.
Well, it's just so we, if you prefer not to, you.
Mine's not as heated as it was gonna be. I've got some, dogs that moved in up, people that moved in up above me. They've got 6 German Shepherds up there on Scobie. And they were causing ruckuses all hours of night and morning. The last 5 or 6 days, it's been, I understand somebody would talk to them or something, and they've kind of started controlling them. But I would say that they let them out of their fence without a leash on. And there's a couple of guys, young guys up there, they don't live there, because the owner told me it was just him and his wife and 2 daughters. But they had a couple of them out, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. One of them just took off and came down to my place, started fighting my dog through the fence, and then started trying to jump over the fence. And so I kind of let him know that he wouldn't be coming home next time. But then there's also a pack of 5 husky-looking dogs that are coming down, been trying to have something done about them all around the county. Of course, they don't get out here in time to, find them.
Do you have an address?
No.
Chris Warren's old house is where the shepherd dogs are. I don't know about the black huskies, but they're.
I don't either, but one day, last week, they came down, attacked my neighbor's dog, surrounded him like a pack, and attacked him, and we got him chased off. But I keep my grandkids during the week, and it's warm enough now, we're gonna start taking them outside. And I don't want these dogs get loose coming on my property with my grandkids.
If we can get an address and a name,
I thought I had a picture of the vehicle of the guy that owns the Husky, but I don't know what happened to it. But he would come around the S-curve down there one day, and he was trying to get them loaded up into his car.
okay?
I had a few words with him then.
If you can get any kind of a name or address.
We have the name and address of the owner of the house,
I
but
know,
not the renters.
I know you guys want
We don't
video.
have
He's talking about the Huskies. The Huskies, if you can get license plate, something like that, run license plate, hopefully it comes back to the actual address of them. And if he snaps a picture of these dogs while they're out, right, that's good as gold for me to go write a citation as well, while I'm on video.
There's 5 white and 1 that's kinda tan and brown
Yeah.
and white. They all look like they're out of the same litter, about the same age and everything.
So if you can figure out, like, if you can snap a picture of license plate, you've seen loading them up again, and the picture of the dogs out, I can go back and on that end and do stuff. I mean, it's just, it's after the fact of hearing about it, and most of the time it's not when I'm working during the day for me to be able to handle it, but
Okay. Alright. Amelia? You don't have to stand up, you know.
Thank you. Okay, it was brought to my attention that Facebook posts are being deleted. She simply asked a question, no profanity, no reason for it to be deleted. According to our 8-hour course that we took, it is against the law. I do not know who is the person making these decisions. Once the post was deleted, the person was sent a private message in all caps with exclamation points by the mayor. She felt like she was being yelled at. Whoever is deleting the posts is breaking the law and it has to stop. Next, according to page 45 of the TML handbook, the council should be on the agenda. It should be listed as items from aldermen. The last 2 meetings, we have had aldermen speaking during public comment without being on the sign-up sheet. If we need to put it on our ordinances so that the mayor can put it on the agenda, then we need to do it. I also was told by the mayor that for a board member to put something on the agenda, that we would have to have a meeting before the meeting to have it approved. This is wrong. According to TML handbook, page 45, the Attorney General has said that matters raised by council members must be specifically addressed on the agenda. Which brings us to the next citizen that wishes to speak to the board. He did ask me to tell the mayor that he would like to be put on the agenda, and when I did, the mayor refused. And before he starts, I wanted to list one more law. HB 2840 prohibits council members from forbidding public criticism and public comments.
Now, public comments is one thing. Being on the agenda is totally something else.
And
And if you
according,
would like for me to, I will get it from the city attorney and I will have it printed out for you. And I will.
according to the Texas Municipal Leagues, our city attorney's wrong. It's in the handbook.
Let me back you up a minute. What did you say when you mentioned my name about?
On the Facebook
Yeah.
post, yes. Yeah, I was told that you private messaged her.
No, you are right. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay? And here it goes again with all this stuff. It's just hearsay and you don't have, who said this?
Anita Rose.
Have her come in here.
Okay,
Have her come
she
to the
was,
next meeting. I'd like to address it myself.
okay.
Because that's the second or third time this has happened and it's not going to anymore.
So her post was not deleted?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't even seen her post,
She
but
made
we're not
it-
gonna discuss it right now, okay? Okay, we're gonna move on down to, Silas.
Yes. In the last council meeting, I was accused of littering and vandalizing property, specifically Palisades Boulevard. I was making improvements on the road with Companion Salazar, who had permission from this council to perform said improvements. The section that was being improved had been used as a trash dump for a while. The trash included concrete, metal, and at least one tire. The metal and tire are the same items I was accused of transporting and dumping on the site. The alderman who stated that I had littered and vandalized the area relayed a threat of criminal acts against me in an attempt to compel me to perform labor. The legal term for compelled labor is indentured servitude, which makes this a violation of the 13th Amendment. If I had performed said labor, this alderman would have violated Title 18, Section 242, that provision of rights under color of law. However, this alderman did, at his own mission, conspire with others in order to relay their threats of criminal activity in his attempt to compel me to perform labor, which is a violation of Title 18, Section 241, conspiracy against rights. In addition, this alderman stated that I needed to resolve this before I tried to build my house on my property, implying that I would not be allowed to build my house on my own property. In the interest of community harmony, I will not pursue criminal charges if this alderman steps down. This sheds new light on a previous incident in which an agent sent by this council under the lie that my residence had a cesspool vandalized my residence. This agent was immediately hostile, and while I was attempting to notify my landlord, he put his finger in my mother's face and told her she needed to leave the premises immediately. When I came back to the front door, I asked to see the so-called cesspool, in which he could not find it. He then took it upon himself to inspect the septic tank. I do not know what he did to the septic tank, but before his inspection, the lid was closed and well sealed. After the lake could not be closed, he left, leaving my residence in an untenable state. The smell was horrific. Fortunately, my landlord was able to make repairs.
You're 2 minutes over.
He had more than 2 minutes.
Now,
I just wish to inform the council that you are not allowed on my property or any property that I rent or lease. It will be trespassing, and I will consider an attempt to vandalize my property.
Okay, we'll move on down to Kimberly.
I just wanted to know how some of us can volunteer for the flower beds to help out. I didn't know if there was a sign-up sheet or what we needed to do. Okay. Well, there's quite a few of us, so. Okay, well, I would love to help with that, so.
We'll figure out how to help.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Coffee.
Okay, I'm down to the mayor's report. Don't have a lot, but we had the fire extinguisher, we had the random counties down. And I wish more people would have showed up for it, because it was really, I think everybody enjoyed it. And they demonstrated how to use fire extinguishers, and a lot of people haven't ever used one before. If we hadn't had the Salazars down, we'd only had about 3 people, but they brought it and it swelled about, I don't know, 20 maybe, I don't know. And, I had fire extinguishers donated from Lowe's and Home Depot, so everybody here got a fire extinguisher. And, so I also want to thank Dennis Massey for getting on board with us back in January and helping out. And I know you didn't make it because of I think you had a couple of fires that day or something. But, you know, he agreed he's gonna help pay to refill the ones that they used. And, of course, we didn't have that many people, so we're not talking a whole lot of money. But I thought I would like to do it again, because I think it was really a good deal, and I would really like for more people to come out and get a little education from these guys. But they put on quite a deal. We had Graham County down here, the fire department, and the Forest Service. And
you're done.
so I guess I'm done. Okay. We have a motion to adjourn.
My motion